All right, we got a job. We're going over here to Prolasma, 11 miles down the road. They give you 0 mileage for that because it's in the same town. Or it's in the same zip code. But it's a 2 o'clock appointment. That's going to Oklahoma City, to Albright. At least it's not going to Broken Arrow. I don't want to go back to that electrical company. But anyway, we're going to go down there. There's a pilot like right next to him. So we're going to go down there and eat some lunch at the pilot. And then go over there and get checked in. They say they don't like you early, but I'm going to go check in anyway and see if they'll let me go in early if we, you know, after we eat some lunch. Okay, so let's go. It is 2:07 and we have checked in. We checked in about 10 minutes early. So we've been sitting here for about 17 minutes, right? I have 6 hours and 15 minutes left on my clock. There are 1, 2, 3. There's 5 trucks ahead of me and 3 trucks in the door being loaded right now. One of them just went in there. We're going to be here the rest of the night. There's no overnight parking here. But you can park out on the road. I don't think there's overnight parking here. Let's see. Well, it says overnight parking available. It probably means out there on the road. Not in here, because they shut the gates in here and then you can't park in here. But we may have to park out. We're in an industrial park, and you'll learn this if you come out flatbedding or trucking or whatever. You'll learn that in these bigger cities they'll have industrial parks, and the roads will be wide enough to where they'll have parking on each side, and then there'll be enough lanes in the middle to be able to get trucks through, or they'll have parking on one side and then there'll be enough room for 2 trucks to pass by opposite directions on the other side. But you learn that there are places that you can park, places that you can't park. But we've got all day tomorrow to get this to Oklahoma City. So you know, we're just gonna let them load us, get relaxed, put all the stuff on it, and get out of here. When they get me in here loaded, I'm going to talk about some questions that were put in the comments. Somebody's wanting to know some things, a bunch of questions, and I'll just answer them here. But I'm not going to do it at the moment. I'm going to wait until we get in there, or at least I get me a spot over here, because I don't want to interrupt myself. But anyway, I'll get back to you. All right. Nothing is worse than the stench coming out of a porta potty when it's been sitting out in the sun at 95 degrees. Whoo, it's rank. Questions. Hold on a minute, let me get back here. All right. So, question from Greg. Bunch of questions from Greg. Thank you, Greg, for the questions. I appreciate it. Appreciate it very much. It's a little hot in here. I've got the curtains closed. Ooh, man. There we go. Anyway, so Greg was wondering if I could comment on what someone from coming to Maverick could expect. How much could you expect to make? Well, we just got a raise a month ago. Is it in May? Might have been May. It might have been April. I don't know. Anyway, we just got a raise. I believe the starting pay now is like 54 cents, maybe 56 cents. You need to call your recruiter and find out. I hadn't talked to them in a minute, but it should be on Maverick's page how much you can start out to make. Now, that does not include the 6 cent PFP bonus after you've gone solo and start that next quarter. It usually takes about 6 months to see that PFP on your, around 6 months. Sometimes it's a little shorter, but it's not going to go past 6 months. To see that PFP bonus on your paycheck. And of course your pay is going to be different than mine because you're going to have different insurances, that kind of stuff. You may have the same insurance I do, you may have the same situation I do, but some people don't. That's why I like to put that in there, is because depending on what insurance you take and everything, it may not be the same. But I can tell you what I made last year. I made $71.5 last year with a little bit extra. It was like $71.5 and some change. There's a video on it. I'll link it at the end of this video and down below, so you can go watch that. But it was $71.5 my first full year out at Maverick. Okay, full year last year, from January to from January to end of December, right? This year I am going to make, with all the raises and everything, I'm going to make anywhere from $80,000 to $90,000 this year. Okay, and that's with now that does include a couple of referrals that I've gotten. I think I've gotten 2 this year. But you know, and then and of course, you know, depending on how long you stay out and all that stuff, you may make more, you know. But I think they guarantee you just about, the average is about 66. But you know, I'm doing this and I'm not rushing. I'm not working really hard. I'm just steady. You know, I'm too old to rush. And I don't want to rush around. I've done my rushing, and I'm just a steady worker, and I think you could make the same if you were just a steady worker. You know, I don't drive all of my hours out on my clock. I usually stop within that last hour. I'm off the clock usually about 11 hours or so. You know, there's some days when I'm right up at 10, you know, my 10-hour mark, and there are some days when I'm not. Did COVID slow the business down and hurt your paycheck? No, it didn't. People were still buying stuff. People were at home. They had extra money. They were still buying stuff. Steel was really cheap, and we were hauling that like nobody's business. It didn't affect us at all. I don't think I had any weeks where my average went way down. Okay, there weren't weeks where I was just not doing anything and just stayed at home. I mean, there just wasn't those weeks. Is it busy or slow now? It is, right now it is busy. Okay, we're still hauling a bunch of stuff. We're still, I mean, we still have jobs left, right, and center. I mean, we haul a bunch of stuff. So, you know, if it wood product, the steel industry, these industries didn't seem like COVID hurt them at all, and they're still producing, they're still hauling, and they're trying to make up back orders, you know, from maybe being shut down a week or so. But it did not hurt. No, there's more freight out here than there are truck drivers right now, I'll tell you that. I understand the first 3 months or so I would expect to wouldn't expect to make much. Well, yeah, well, here's the thing about your first 3 months. Okay, you're still learning, and you're not going to make as much. My first 3 months, I think my paychecks, I think I was bringing home anywhere from $700 a week to $900 a week. Okay, and now on a full week, I haven't had a full week in a while because I've been going home, because I've got stuff scheduled, and that's okay. That's why I do this. But my normal paycheck is around $1,100-1,200 bring home. That's after everything, you know. Those are the questions that he had. If you guys have any questions, just either email them to me. I get back to my emails. It takes me a little bit longer because I forget my emails there. But if you leave comments in the comment section, I do try to answer all of those that I see. So leave me a comment down below and tell me what you think. Let me know if you got any questions. Maybe I'll read them on the air. All right, everybody, here's what we got. Not too bad. It's square-ish. That's better than having a tail hanging out here at 48 feet. At least I don't have any rounds. That's for sure. Let's go.